Welcome back to Living Local, and join us as we explore the creepy in the unknown in Eerie, Iowa. We begin our journey in Davenport, Iowa. The St. Elizabeth Fire remains one of the most tragic events in the city's storied history, a sorrowful tale that still haunts the city decades later. In the early hours of January 7th, 1950, a devastating fire swept through St. Elizabeth's Hospital, claiming the lives of 40 patients and one nurse, Anna Neal. Despite quick responses from firefighters, the blaze spread rapidly, fueled by high winds and obstructed by iron bars on the windows. Many of the patients, including some with severe illnesses, were trapped inside. The fire was eerie, with patients dressed in black and white robes seen wandering in the dark, looking almost like ghosts. Anna Neal, a seasoned nurse, had a premonition days before the fire, warning of a great tragedy. She was found trying to save others, but lost her life in the process. Today, the site of the fire is part of Mercy One Genesis Medical Center, with a small cemetery honoring those who perished. The St. Elizabeth Fire stands as one of Iowa's greatest tragedies, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the courage of those who tried to save it. In a quiet corner of a different part of the city lies one of the strangest little museums you'll ever find, and maybe the most haunted. Opened in 2023, the Mississippi Spoon Gallery showcases thousands of crafted spoons from all over the world, some over a century old. But it's not just the silver that draws attention. Owner Cammie Pohl began collecting after inheriting 3 mysterious boxes from her great-grandmother, who warned her not to open them until she married or bought a home. When she finally did, she discovered a stunning collection, and perhaps something else. Since opening the gallery, strange things have happened. Spoons vanished and reappeared in locked cases. Clinking sounds echo with no one around. And a medium once claimed a spirit lingers in Cammie's office. Cammie herself is skeptical, but uneasy. She says she doesn't believe in ghosts, but she can't explain it either. I'm here with Cammie Pohl, the owner and curator of the Mississippi Spoon Gallery here in Davenport. So Cammie, tell us, you have some eerie things happening over here, don't you?
Yes, I have. Since we started moving into the building, strange things have been happening, yes.
Yeah, and you say you don't believe in ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts because I had 9 older brothers and they always scared the crap out of me, so I really didn't believe in ghosts until I moved into this building.
But now you might. So, so talk to us a little bit about what, some of the occurrences that have happened.
Well, the very first experience, when my husband and I were putting up the spoons on this side of the wall, we were leaving the gallery when we heard a clunk, 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 so we thought something fell down. Well, when we came back to inspect all the shelves, no spoons were missing, and it was really odd. And then the very next it was 2 days later, we found a spoon on the other side of the floor of the museum, opposite of it, but still no spoons were missing. So it's like, where did the spoon come from?
Yeah.
So when I had a lady that was selling me advertising come here, and she was sitting at the table. And as we were sitting at the table, the tape on one of my spoon shelves rolled back.
Yeah.
One spoon fell, and she goes, "Oh, that was creepy." I'm like, "I know. They're taped in there not once, but twice, but even glued in there."
Yeah, that's.
I know. And then next thing we know, we heard another one fall, and then a whole bunch of them fell. And then I was like, yeah, that was really creepy. And so when she left, I wish I made her stay and witness what I witnessed, because when I went back over there, because the spoons are all lined up the same on the top shelf, and all lined up
and they're big and then little.
Yep. Yeah. And I had one extra one from the top, the big swivel ones, and one less of the other one on the below.
Wow.
And I'm like, that gave me goosebumps right there. So on my state quarter spoons, they're all taped on there, and they are also glued in there.
Right.
But it managed to come out of it and was hanging off of the other 2 spoons just below it. And I'm like, that is really weird.
Yeah.
Because the tape that we put on there is like a permanent tape. Yeah. So it's not possible to break through.
That is creepy. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a skeptic when it comes to those things, because of the experiences I've had of being scared to death by my brothers. So.
Yeah, but you might believe now.
I might believe now.
A mile from there, in downtown Davenport, stands a historic brick building that once welcomed thousands of German immigrants, but some of them never left. Built in 1862 as the Germania House Hotel, it was a stopover for travelers, farmers, and drifters. Today, it's the German-American Heritage Center and Museum, and a place of whispered hauntings. The most famous spirit, who died mysteriously in his room in 1891, it became the first cremation at Fairmount Cemetery, and some say his ashes were never claimed. Paranormal groups have reported that Otto still lingers, alongside 2 other unnamed guests, checked in, but never checked out. I'm here with Claire Tobin, the assistant director here at the museum, and I understand that you have had a few creepy occurrences here at the museum. Can you talk to us about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So our building was originally a hotel. It was built in the 1860s, and we're kind of in this gateway district of Davenport. So a lot of the riverboats would come dock here, and a lot of immigrants would stay here as their first kind of stopping point on their journey. And it remained a hotel for over 100 years. It was a brothel at some point. There was a bar downstairs, so it was, but we've had several paranormal groups come through. And on 2 separate occasions from 2 completely different groups, they've said that they sensed someone kind of standing behind me, peering over my shoulder, you know, looking at my computer, like curious, you know, nothing malicious, but just kind of a curiosity, I guess was the energy. So that's a little unsettling. Some former staff has mentioned smelling cigar smoke or just unexplained kind of movements or shadows or something. There was one time I smelled a very distinct kind of perfume. And no one else was around. I wasn't wearing anything, and it was only in one doorway, and then it kind of disappeared.
Wow.
So I was a little bit like, no, and I'm skeptical, you know, I'm not super convinced, but it was unexplainable.
Yeah, you can't explain it, so it's something else.
Previous like cleaning staff have been on this 3rd floor, and they're like, I don't like it up here. It feels weird, it feels different. Especially if you're alone, and turning off the lights or closing up at night is a little bit, and maybe that's just mental, like I know what happened here, so I'm a little bit unsettled. But
Eerie, Iowa is based on the book Eerie, Iowa by Michael McCarty and Bruce Walters. Eerie, Iowa is brought to you in part by Doodads. You can learn more when you check out Doodads on Facebook. Living Local continues after the break. Stay with us.